Okay, found more. This one here, the top right, potentially both of them. Maybe that woman, but well, he seems familiar. His smile as well. He's definitely worth investigating. I don't know when this post was, but this woman here seems familiar as well. And my brother Robert did speak of that background, that type of background, like wood, wall to wall. I mean, wood everywhere. So that could be a cafe or something. I don't know where. He was talking about a pub, but he was saying I wouldn't build the wood, beyond that height. Personally, he said. So there's that face again, and that is a familiar face there. That woman in the wedding dress, and that could resemble, if tall enough, the woman near that derelict ground that would bulldoze and saying you'll have to keep him quiet or shut him up or we're not going to be allowed to stay here or live here either. Okay, but on that occasion, to my knowledge, she just had one child. And look, they've got like those coats with the same type collar. So, and I would say it was the one with colour. So we can get historical investigations, but see, this one is recent as well. I recognise a face like that recently. It was in the NSF with Mary. I forget their names. They were making me forget, for fuck's sake. I mean, what right do they have poisoning me to force me to forget? I couldn't even get educated properly, and it's in my files. I need these people prosecuted. So we need to find out if these were social workers, counsellors, MSP, well, more recently MSPs, MPs that they became. You see, I mean, this is total destroying a child's life because you've been caught with what they say, your fingers in the cookie jar. In other words, you were raping kids. They tried to say that. I mean, that's what I was saying. I'm glad I remember that bit. Because last night there were people outside saying, just say he's the Sado. Just say he's the Sado. No, I'm not a sadist, sorry. If it was me you're talking about, it doesn't happen that way. But it's the short stature people, okay? And see this, one of the recent, if you look at, I'll show you what one of the people that's been creeping around where I live. Let's see. He looks kind of like him. Same color hair. I mean, he looks like he's a dwarf to me. Because I see him that often that it's like he's not really growing up much. I mean, I've seen it not every day in the news, but every now and then you don't see him growing up much. And he's got one of those faces, those puffy faces like the pedophile John Mearns in 1979. So there's no mistake there, is there? So he was born 2013. But we don't want the Royals now. They're disgusting people. Totally disgusting. Sorry, I wasn't even letting you see it. But anyway, that's what the guy that's creeping around. Now, I'm wondering, is he doing that on purpose to make himself look like this guy or this child? Let me see, 7. Yeah, he's still a child. So that person, I catch those people, I can have them arrested, basically for putting a child in. I'm not saying I'm going out to harm anybody that's a child, not one bit. But that is someone that potentially exploiting a public figure in a way that can be taken the wrong way, and somebody might do this little fella harm. You see. The other thing about the guy I saw on Albion Road, he was carrying a pouch. Now, I bought one of them thinking it would be useful for stuff, but when I got it delivered to me, it just was no use at all. You know, it looked like a magazine pouch, really. You know, when I got it, I thought that's like a magazine pouch. It was supposed to be for storing batteries. So, to my knowledge, I threw it out, and that guy's wearing it. He's carrying it around. You see, I looked at the dimensions as well. I said it's too small for magazines anyway. And I think I might have complained about it as well, being too small for the battery storage, because that's what it was actually advertised for, storing batteries. I'm certain of it. So I bought it anyway, and when I got it, I didn't like the look of it. It was, the dimensions were all wrong. So I threw it in the bucket. I'm certain I threw it in the bucket. So that'll explain why he's carrying it around, that other guy. So if you see not him, but back in 1970 in one of the Aberdeen visits, and they do impersonate royals to distract from them. So let's say we've got someone here that's known to throw eggs or bags of piss at people. So can you and what see if it's the little one they're after, or the mother or the father. So they spread them out. They get them to dress the same and try and lead and even identify if the person's a threat or not. You see. So but I think other people are doing it to groom to groom influence. You know, like they say Andrew Tate. What Andrew Tate does. We've not actually caught a woman yet, have we? But there's plenty of them out there that groom and influence people to cause a threat. But they knew I was too intelligent for that shit. So anyway, they even said that when I was a kid. They said to my father, she said, Robert, and Karen Palmer looks like the woman actually. She's a near perfect match for the woman I'm talking about. Um, but like I say, I see lots of people here. I see lots of people here on this site. That's her again. Gordon, that's another. And Pirrie, Sylvie Pirrie. Pirrie's another one. Price, Christie, Alison Christie, Noble as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if one of the short people is called Noble. But there are others like, I think it's McDougall, Solicitors for Unite the Union as well. They're of interest. But Dr. Karen Palmer's a match for one of the people even that came into the church and assaulted me, and a male of the same type build when I was a kid as well. The short stature people, they always have a problem. And DC, I think it's DC McBain from Amethyst team. He's another person of interest.